Good afternoon. Welcome to Reading with Kermie. This is Chris, aka Kermie. Good afternoon. It is about 2 o'clock, and I'm ready for some reading with Kermie. How about you? Hope so. Just kind of been chilling today for the most part so far. Just my Saturday work, so I did some yoga, and now I'm just been chilling with the kitty, but I gotta do some grocery shopping. But first I thought it's time for some reading with Kermie. I was gonna do reading with Kermie yesterday, but I had a tribute I felt inspired to do Kermie karaoke to my buddy Russ that recently passed on, and I'm really glad I did that, and I thank you for your support out there, for those who reached out and said hello and inquired within. So today we're back to reading with Kermie. Don't stress the small stuff, it's just small stuff, and this is book 3 we have recently started. We're on chapter 4, and it is Don't Stress the Small Stuff at Work. So, we're on chapter 4. You guys ready for some knowledge? I am. I usually am surprised. I'm just as surprised as you guys when I'm reading this chapter. I don't read ahead, so kind of neat when there's something that I resonate with, and I hope you guys also resonate a little bit too as well. So, with that, let's get started, shall we? Chapter 4 is titled, Don't Dramatize the Deadlines at Work. No, just said, don't dramatize the deadlines. Okay, let's see what this has to say. Many of us work under the constant demands of tight deadlines. Authors are no exception to this rule, but have you ever stopped to think about how much mental and emotional emphasis we put on our deadlines? And have you ever wondered what negative consequences are attached to such emphasis? If not, I encourage you to give these questions some careful consideration. It's true that deadlines are a fact of life, yet a lot of this type of stress comes not so much from the deadline itself, but from all the thinking about it. All the thinking about it, wondering whether or not we will make it, feeling sorry for ourselves, complaining, and perhaps, most of all, commiserating with others. Yeah. Recently, I was in an office waiting for an appointment. The person I was to meet with had been delayed in traffic. I was trying to read, but became fascinated by a conversation between two coworkers in the office. They were complaining among themselves about the unfair tight deadline they were on. Apparently, they had less than 2 hours to complete some type of report. Whatever it was to be turned in by noon that same day. I sat there listening in amazement as the two of them spent almost an entire hour complaining about how ridiculous it was to be put through this. They had not taken the first step toward the completion of their goal. Finally, about a minute before the person I was to meet finally arrived, one of them said in a frantic tone, "God, we better get started. It's due in an hour." I realize that is an extreme example, and few of us would waste time in as dramatic as a matter as this. However, it does illustrate the point of the deadline itself isn't always the sole factor in the creation of stress. Ultimately, these two people seem to realize that they could get the job done, even 1 hour. So you have to wonder how different their experience could have been if they calmly taken a deep breath and worked together as quickly and efficiently as possible. It's been my experience that complaining about deadlines, even the complaints are justified, takes an enormous amount of mental energy, and more important to deadlines, time. The turmoil you'll go through commiserating with others or simply within your own head is rarely worth it. No doubt, no doubt. The added obsession thinking about the deadline creates its own internal anxiety. I know that deadlines can create quite a bit of stress and that sometimes it doesn't seem fair. However, working toward your goal without the interference and negative mental energy makes any job more manageable. See if you can notice how often you tend to worry, fret, or complain about deadlines, and try to catch yourself in the act of doing so. When you do, gently remind yourself that your energy would be better spent elsewhere. Who knows? Perhaps you can ultimately make peace with deadlines altogether. Nice. And yes, deadlines have always been a part of life, at work or wherever. But this book is about work. You know, I'm just like a lot of you know, I just recently started working again month and a half ago now, and luckily I haven't had to worry about that deadline stuff very much. But it does happen, and we do tend to stress out about it and get our heads crazy. We gotta get it done in time, gotta get right. You know, that it takes a lot of mental freaking stress for sure. I remember, well, for example, for me, I remember when I was in college for a while, just the homework. And that homework done in time can mentally stress you out, and just keep you negative, and, am I gonna get this right? Am I gonna do what I need to do in time? But that book was correct, you know. Slow down, use energy to slow down, work together, and just say, hey, I do the best I can with what I got. You know, I can remember in school being frantic about math assignments and, you know, having people in the classroom to help that out. You know, instead of being frantic about it, work with somebody. Bounce off answers back and forth. You know, use a calculator, whatever. There's ways around that stress and mental explosions and whatnot. You know, I'm not going to school now, but we can get those deadlines at work all the time. And like I said, luckily for me, there ain't much deadlines at work. I'm right now working at an assistant living place, serving food to the residents, and my biggest challenge is remembering everybody's names who resides there. You know, I know it's only been a month and a half, and I do tend to like beat myself up over it, thinking, I should know this, but you know, same concept. I have to give myself a break because, you know, like I said, I'm serving meals, so we only get an hour to, you know, go out on the floor to serve the residents their meal. So there's not much time to get to know them and talk to them. But little by little, it's working out, and it's a great job. It's great different from what I'm used to. Just, you know, sitting in the dish pit, 8+ hours a day, whatever. You know, yes, I still got dishes, but only do like 45 minutes worth of dishes. Much different. You know, my job feels more of a service-oriented job, and I like that. It works for now, but anyway, that wasn't about the deadlines. Kind of was, kind of wasn't. But anyway, I hope you guys got something out of it, like I did. This always reminds me to slow down, even on those deadlines, to say, we know what get done, what we can get done, we can get done, and do the best we got with what we got. You know what I mean? So on that note, you know, I better get going. I don't know what the weather's gonna do, and I still got to do my grocery shop, my Saturday afternoon grocery shopping. So see, even with that, sometimes I put deadlines on it, but I don't need to. It's my day off. I can take my time, enjoy myself. just a couple hours ago I was trying to get rid of a dang headache that I woke up with and just laying on the couch being lazy with my eyes shut. I've done that in fucking weeks, it seems like, so that was alright. But anyway, enough about that. You guys have a wonderful day, and until next time, don't stress the small stuff at work. Dun dun dun. You guys have a great day. Peace.